My name is Rick Porras, and I'm the Executive Vice President and General Counsel of the Garrett Group. And what we do is we're a family-owned business that my father started in 1977. My brother Paul Porras is the CEO. And we do mechanical, electrical, and plumbing projects here throughout El Paso on pretty large-scale projects. Well, I was born and raised here in El Paso. Went to schools here in El Paso. I went to St. Joseph's Elementary School, and then I went to Cathedral High School. And when I graduated, I went to do my undergraduate degree at the University of Notre Dame, and then I went to law school at SMU in Dallas. My dad started the business in 1977, and before that, he was an electrician here for a local company. And the story is that he came over to El Paso. He didn't know any English. He would go to El Paso High School to take English classes. The name of the company was Garrick, is Garrick, and my mother came up with that name. So my brother's name is Gary and I'm Rick. So that's how they came up with Garrick, and I don't think it was intentional, but it was genius because when my father started his company, not a lot of people would give an opportunity to a Mexican named Porras. That's not who you want to give all your work to. So he'd make all these meetings, and they were all anticipating to meet Mr. Garrick. So my dad walks in and they're like, "Where's Mr. Garrick?" He's like, "Well, my name's Porras, but my company's name is Garrick." So it really opened up a lot of doors indirectly that my mom came out with this brilliant name, and to this day, very proud to be half of the Garrick. So I come back I got out of law school in 1995, and my first job was at the district attorney's office here with the prior DA, Jaime Esparza. So he gave me my first job, and before that I would clerk at, during the summer I'd clerk for a little law firm here in town, and the DA's office really offered me the opportunity to try a lot of cases. As a young lawyer, you don't get that opportunity very often. So at the DA's office, you get to try a lot of cases, you get to see a lot of court time that you normally don't as a young lawyer. So that made all the difference in my career. I was able to leave the DA's office, and I was only there a short time, and I was offered a position at the Federal Public Defender, which I took as my second job. And then I was kind of doing the other side of the law practice, defending people accused of federal crimes. So I got to do some, trial work there. From there, I left a little bit after that, and then I had my own private practice. I had a couple of partners, and I did criminal defense. For a little while, I was also a municipal court judge for the city of El Paso. So I did that for a while. And then the political bug hit me, and I ran for some big offices, and fortunately I didn't win, so here I am. I remember hearing about the Housing Authority Board from one of our bankers. His name was Bert Blacksher, and he was on the Housing Authority Board, and we'd go to lunch, and he would just tell us about the spectacular things that the Housing Authority was doing. And not being involved with it, you don't really grasp the magnitude of what he was saying until now that I'm there. Some of my earliest memories were my mom and dad getting groceries together, and for Christmas going to Juarez and taking them to the neighborhoods where no one had any homes, cardboard boxes, and it grew every year, to thousands and thousands of, bags of food delivered. But that's one of the earliest memories of, my parents really kind of teaching us what it meant to help, and seeing the other side of people that don't have homes. So Salazar is a really important project that we have coming up with Home. One of the things that I think makes it so important is that the group of people that are really pushing for this project wanted to really cement their, their legacy there. They grew up in the Segundo Barrio. They see this as a representation of what it means to them to have something that is going to continue to give the vibrance to that community. And that's going to be an exciting project, and I think it's going to serve just what these people would like, is just an embodiment of the Segundo Barrio, that it's not going away, and it's going to be a nice project for all to see. The amazing thing is, just being involved as briefly as I have been, is how many organizations get 13 perfect audits, how many organizations have grown to the size that Home is, and is still managed with a smaller staff than it was 20 years ago, and probably a tenth of the size. one of the goals for me is to just keep that excellence going. And I think the way you do that is, you know, my fellow board members are all, you know, excellent stewards of, or the responsibilities that the public has given them. And I think my responsibility is to continue with home in pushing it toward the same excellence that has been here. It's really maintaining that excellence.